I almost gave up on my marriage. Here's what saved us. There was a moment in my marriage when I thought it was over. Not just, we need a break, or we're in a rough patch. I mean over, done, finished. I would lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering how I went from being madly in love to feeling like I was trapped in a cold, lifeless relationship. And I'll be honest with you, I almost walked away. I almost gave up. But something happened. Something changed. And that change not only saved my marriage, it saved me. I'm sharing this story because maybe you're in the same place right now. Maybe you've cried those same tears. Maybe you've whispered to yourself, I don't know how much longer I can do this. If that's you, then I want you to stay with me until the end of this video. Because what I'm about to share could be the thing that saves your marriage too. Number one, when love starts to fade. Every love story starts bright. The butterflies, the late night talks, the promises of forever. And mine was no different. In the beginning, we laughed at the smallest things. We held hands in the car, even when driving short distances. We couldn't wait to be near each other. But over time, life started to pile on. Work deadlines, unpaid bills, long commutes. Kids need constant attention. Suddenly, our love wasn't in the spotlight anymore. It was in the shadows. We didn't notice it at first. It was so gradual. But then came the silence. The way we stopped looking at each other at dinner. The way conversations turned into short, cold sentences. The way we would sit in the same room but feel like we were miles apart. And it hurts. Not in one big explosion, but in little cuts, day after day. I remember one night, sitting in the dark, listening to the sound of my spouse breathing beside me, and feeling completely alone. Have you ever felt that? Being physically next to someone, but emotionally galaxies away? That's when I asked myself a question I never thought I'd ask. Did we make a mistake? Did I marry the wrong person? Number two, the breaking point. Every marriage has a breaking point. For us, it came during what should have been just another ordinary argument. It started small, something about money, but it wasn't about money, was it? It was about years of unspoken frustration, about the things we swept under the rug, about the disappointments we never healed from. That argument exploded. We said things we didn't mean. We dug up wounds from years ago. We broke each other down with words that cut deeper than any knife. And when the shouting stopped, the silence was worse. That night, I walked out of the house. I got in the car and just drove. No destination, no plan. Just anger, sadness, confusion. I remember gripping the steering wheel, my hands shaking, my vision blurred by tears, and I said out loud to myself, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. At that moment, divorce felt like freedom. It felt like the only way to stop the pain. But deep down, I was terrified. Terrified of losing not just my partner, but my family, my home, my dreams. And yet I still thought, maybe leaving is the answer. The first time I told my spouse, I'm scared I'm losing you, it broke me. But instead of pushing me away, it pulled us closer. When I admitted my fears, my insecurities, my needs, something shifted. We stopped competing against each other and started fighting for each other. Vulnerability is scary, but it's also where real intimacy begins. Audience reflection. What are you afraid to admit to your partner? Sometimes the thing you're most scared to say is the very thing that will save your connection. Key number 4, boundaries. A lot of people think love means always being available, always saying yes. But here's what I learned. Love also needs boundaries. We had to learn how to respect each other's space. I used to take it personally when my spouse needed alone time. I thought it meant they didn't love me. But the truth? We all need moments to recharge. Now, instead of demanding constant attention, we communicate our needs clearly. I need a quiet evening to reset. I need some time with friends. And when we honor those boundaries, we come back to each other refreshed, not resentful. Reflection for you. Do you allow your partner space to breathe, or do you take it as rejection? Sometimes giving each other room to grow is what makes the relationship stronger. Key number 5, quality time. One of the biggest things that saved us was simply spending time together again. Not sitting in the same room scrolling on our phones, not watching TV in silence. I mean intentional, undistracted time. We brought back date nights. At first it felt strange, almost like we were strangers, but slowly laughter returned. We rediscovered little things we loved doing together. Sometimes quality time was as simple as a walk around the block. Sometimes it was cooking dinner together with music playing in the background. It wasn't about the activity, it was about saying, "You matter." I choose you reflection for you. When was the last time you went on a date with your spouse? Not as parents, not as roommates, but as lovers. Key number 6, intimacy. Intimacy isn't just physical, it's emotional closeness. It's feeling safe enough to let your guard down. For us, intimacy returned in small ways first, holding hands while driving, kissing goodbye in the morning, saying "I love you" even on tough days. And as we rebuilt that closeness, physical intimacy followed naturally. Marriage without intimacy feels like friendship. Marriage with intimacy feels like home. Reflection for you. How often do you show affection outside the bedroom? Sometimes the smallest touch speaks the loudest. Key number 7, shared goals. Another thing that saved us was dreaming together again. For years, we only talked about survival. Bills, chores, deadlines. We forgot how to dream. So we started setting goals again. Some small, like saving for a weekend trip. Some are big, like planning for our future home. Suddenly, it wasn't me versus you. It was us, side by side, building something together. Dreaming together gave us a reason to fight for tomorrow. Reflection for you. When was the last time you and your spouse dreamed about the future? Not just next week's groceries, but your bigger picture? Key number 8, counseling. I used to think counseling meant failure, but honestly, it was one of the bravest decisions we ever made. Having a neutral voice, a coach, a guide, helped us see blind spots we couldn't see on our own. It didn't mean we were broken. It meant we were willing to grow. And the truth is, every strong marriage needs outside support sometimes. Reflection for you. Would you be willing to seek help, or is pride holding you back? Remember, asking for help doesn't mean weakness. It means wisdom. Key number 9, gratitude. One of the most powerful shifts came from something so simple, gratitude. We started writing down one thing we appreciated about each other every day. It could be as small as, "Thank you for making coffee this morning," or as big as, "Thank you for supporting me when I felt like quitting." At first it felt forced, but soon our eyes began noticing the good more than the flaws. Gratitude changed the lens through which we saw each other. Reflection for you. What would happen if, for the next 30 days, you chose to say one thank you to your spouse every day? Key number 10, faith and commitment. Finally, what saved us was remembering our commitment. Marriage isn't just a feeling, it's a promise. Feelings fade, emotions shift, but commitment is a choice. For us, faith played a role too. Remembering that love is bigger than our struggles. We chose to stay, to keep showing up even when it wasn't easy, to fight for us instead of against each other. And over time, that commitment rebuilt trust. Reflection for you. Do you see marriage as a temporary contract or a lifelong covenant? The answer to that question shapes how you handle storms. Number 5, practical steps for you. If you're listening right now and wondering, "But what do I do?" Here are some steps you can try. Write a love note, even a short one. Create a no-phone dinner night once a week. Practice saying, "I feel," instead of "you always." Say thank you for even the smallest things. If needed, don't be afraid to ask for help. These small actions might feel simple, but they create ripples. How far we have gone now. I almost gave up on my marriage. And I won't lie to you, walking away seemed easier. No more arguments, no more silence, no more disappointment. But here's the truth no one tells you. Leaving doesn't erase the pain. It just trades one kind of pain for another. What saved us wasn't luck. It wasn't magic. It was two broken people choosing, day after day, not to give up. We learned that love is not just a feeling. It's a decision. It's showing up when you'd rather walk away. It's listening when you'd rather shout. It's forgiving when you'd rather hold on to the grudge. Marriage isn't easy. It will test you. It will reveal the parts of yourself you'd rather keep hidden. But it will also teach you the deepest lessons about grace, patience, and unconditional love.